Hey guys, welcome back to our free-to-play series in regular servers. In our last episode, we ended on level 231 with the Morris questline completed. I would like to first apologize for being late on the upload, and I would like to talk briefly about the dilemma I was facing in the past week regarding the series. I have to be honest with you guys, I don't really enjoy Maplestory all too much, and I have been playing this game frequently over the past 5 years. I never got too far in my progressions because I got bored of the characters I was playing, and leveling on Maplestory felt like a chore most of the time, and it still is for the most part. But I realized that I had to get some closure from this game, and I can only accomplish that by getting to the end game. If I do this, I will be able to move on without periodically coming back to this game, like a seasonal player who comes back for a new patch or a new class. Now I realize that this game is designed to be played over a couple of years, but I would like to do my own little speed run towards the end game. The most reasonable benchmark I can think of is an easy lucid solo, and that is what I will be satisfied with ending the series on. With that said, I would like to jump into this episode by sharing my plans with familiars. Familiars, as of the revamp 2 years ago, can offer 30% IED or 30% boss damage if we can raise them to epic tier. This is for each familiar, and with a maximum of 3 summoned familiars, we can have 3 sets of 30% IED, 90% boss damage, or a mix of these two stats. As we are comfortably one-shotting normal monsters around our level, this will be our next avenue for increasing our overall final damage against boss monsters, which will allow us to transition into fighting normal Lotus and normal Damien. Now epic familiars cost between 30 to 50 mil in the auction house, which will be far too expensive for us to invest in, so instead we will be buying rare Ascendion familiars to level up, which are abundant in the auction house at 8 mil for a pack of 100. Next, we are going to summon the rare Ascendion familiars that we purchased and kill about 4,250 monsters to raise them to level 5. After reaching this max level, we can now attempt to tier them up by fusing 50 rare or 100 normal tier of the same familiar. Tier up rate from rare to epic is 80%, so the average familiars required are 113 normal or 57 rare familiars. This translates to about 4.5 mil for one epic familiar, which is significantly cheaper than buying them directly from the auction house. For a safe estimation, let's assume that it takes 600 epic familiars to get 3 sets of 30% IED and 3 sets of 30% boss damage. Going by my current stats, we can see that 3 sets of 30% IED gives a disproportionately large amount of final damage when compared to 90% boss damage. This will be the case until we reach at least 90% base IED. Then 30% boss damage will start to overtake 30% bonus IED in boosting our final damage. Though my calculations may be slightly off, this gives a good insight into what stats to focus on for maximum gains in our current state of progression. Thus, for future-proofing the damage contribution from familiars, we must invest time in maces to get the extra 3 sets of 30% boss damage. This will allow us to switch over to boss damage on familiars if we land too many IED on our weapon, secondary, or emblem. And just in case you guys do not know, IED stands for Ignore Enemy Defense. In the last video, I got a comment asking about the plans on future gear and upgrades, and I would like to briefly talk about what I am working on right now. First off, I believe the 4-set Superior Golix accessories will be the most beneficial, as it offers 30% IED and 30% boss damage from the set effect. We will not invest too heavily into the first set, meaning we will not be using Golix scrolls or cubing above 9% stat on epic potential. In the future, we will switch out these accessories for legendary 3-line potential counterparts from the auction house, as will be much cheaper than making them ourselves. For a clean set of superiors, it will cost us 1.2 billion mesos. After getting the 4 set superiors, we will work on getting the arcane bow, which we previously bought for 110 mil, to 70% spell trace and 11 stars in the next spell trace fever. Switching from an Absolab bow to an arcane bow means that we will have to find another Absolab gear to replace the bow to maintain the Absolab 4 set effect of plus 25 attack and 10% IED, which is worth it since any amount of IED will benefit us the most. Thus, we will be buying an Absolab cape to replace the Tyrant cape we have right now. After getting these essential upgrades, we will switch to a slower approach to increasing our damage, which are rolling 30% IED or 30% boss damage on our weapon, secondary or emblem, getting 2 line stat unique potential on all Absolab gears, and 2 line stat epic potential on all other equipments. We will also be working on our link skills and legion alongside rolling our gear to better potentials. For link skills, these links will be our go-to and we will be prioritizing bossing links. For the Legion board, we will only level 3 exclusive characters, which are Shay, Jet, and Hayato, which will give us 9% crit damage. Along with the Kinesis link skill, that means we will have an overall of 13% crit damage from these external sources. I hope this video was more informative compared to the previous episodes. I took a different approach to creating this one by first writing a script, recording the audio, and playing the clips. In this manner, I realized I can give a more concise summary for my short-term plans. That is everything I want to cover this time. Also, a brief recap, we managed to reach level 235 this episode, while getting a fourth of the link skills completed. There wasn't anything different in this leveling process, as I was mainly training from level 231 to 235 while doing my dailies. So that's everything I wanted to say.
If I tell you take me 10 miles away, are you able to take risks for me, babe? I have to know if you like me or not, yeah. I think about you.
I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.